everybody, and welcome to Big Time Wrestling right here on Kofy TV 20. I'm Hank Ritter Jr. along with Dragon Dave. Thanksgiving coming up, and what a present we got to be thankful for. Son of the British Bulldog, the Nightmare SYNN.
Wow, let's kick it off with this one. I mean, this one's bound to be a classic. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm pumped.
You're pumped?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Folks, this is something else. This is from the 20th anniversary show at the Newark Pavilion from Newark.
This was bound to be a classic.
Can't run, you can't hide. When the Reaper got your soul on his mind, it's too late to pray, it's too late to cry, 'cause your casket got your name on the side. Boy, you gon' die.
The nose of a lichen, who knows when he smells it. 5 a.m. and I'm just sitting velvet, lining in my casket the tale that tells it. Zombie killer, wicked down to the pelvis, reanimated round the death of Elvis. Examinated and found out that I'm selfish. Show this, you won't even see these Helens. Stuck on earth amongst the tweaks and felons. A hunger for your flesh, not leaving a love bite. Thirsty for familiars, you're my favorite blood type. Nectar of a punk.
Introducing first, he is from Seattle, 320 pounds, SYNN!
The haters, too real like Ralph Nader. Hide my face from the fakes, the Bay Area's Darth Vader.
His opponent tonight from Calgary, 255. He is son of the late, great Davey Boy Smith. It's Davey Boy Smith Jr.
Welcome back, everybody, at KOFY TV 20. I'm Hank Ritter Jr. along with Dragon Dave, and we've got a match for the ages right here. 20th anniversary show. Davey Boy Smith Jr. taking on the Nightmare SYNN.
Hey, look there, Hank. We got another junior in the ring, just like you.
Oh, he's a lot taller than I am and quite a bit younger, and there he is. Nobody's moving here, folks. Referee Alex Goldstein. Oh, look at this. Davey Boy says, okay, all right, SYNN. These are two armored tanks, Dave.
Well, I'm sure Davey Boy is no stranger to big man in the ring. You know, he can handle himself. But SYNN, I got to tell you something. SYNN is in a class all by himself, let me tell you.
Oh, he is. I mean, he is really the Nightmare. Now, let's look at some background. Davey Boy Smith, of course, junior son of Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog. Many, many years, a great standout. Been to Japan, has a lot of submission moves he knows and holds. He studies wrestling, but SYNN is one tough hombre. Oh, look at this.
You also forgot to mention Davey Boy Smith Jr., one half of the tag team champions, along with the Dynamite Kid, you know, at the British Bulldogs.
Yes, indeed. That was very, very famous. Now, look at this. SYNN is saying, okay, let's go. We're going to see a test of strength. You know, I think these two are evenly matched in the strength department. But I'll tell you, technique, you got to give it to the Bulldog.
That's true.
Oh, and then when it comes to good old-fashioned, you-know-what whooping, there's SYNN right there.
And it just depends on how far this match will go, you know, and which direction it will go in. You know, whoever dictates the match, dictates the pace of the match, has the biggest advantage of winning this match.
This is going to be one stiff, hard-hitting contest. I'm telling you, the force of one or two blows can spell disaster for the other one. Now look at this. Here's Smith coming back. Oh, good night turnbuckle. right arm, another one, a forearm, hits the jaw. Look at this. SYNN on rubber legs. Doesn't quite know where he is. Big reverse of the whip. There's the weight advantage. Hard into the turnbuckle goes the British Bulldog.
Now, I got to tell you something. SYNN just, oh, he's biting him, is he? Is he biting him? Why not? Hey, SYNN is hungry. Why not? Take a snack.
Oh, my God. What SYNN can eat, he could probably eat 2 of them.
Yeah.
I've seen SYNN put away porterhouse steaks. Oh, look at this now. Smith comes back, biting SYNN.
That is cheating right there on the part of Davey Boy Smith Jr. You know, biting SYNN.
That is tit for tat, let me tell you. Here we go, up there with 2, 3, 4, 5. Count along, folks, at home. If you're keeping score, we're up to 9. And there's a nice one for good measure for SYNN. Welcome, everybody. KOFY TV 20.
Wait a minute.
Oh, he's going to go for a slam. Now look at SYNN. Look at the face on.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's softened him up. Nope. SYNN is dead weight. Oh, and their Bulldog gets one right across the ribs.
Wow. He tried to pick up SYNN. Can you imagine that? He sure has ambition, that junior, that
sure
Davey Boy Smith Jr. sure has ambition, thinking he can pick up SYNN. I don't think SYNN has ever left his feet.
Oh, SYNN's left his feet. I know he has a lazy boy recliner at home.
Oh, boy.
There goes Smith right in. Oh, man, that was a vicious clothesline. Oh, and he gets a drop kick right to the knee. Beautiful, beautiful move by Davey Boy Smith Jr.
And that's a smart move on the part of Davey Boy Smith Jr., working on that knees. You know, like chopping down a tree. Eventually, you're going to have to fall.
Absolutely. You got a guy as big as SYNN, you want him on the canvas. You don't want him up in the air because you saw what damage SYNN could do. And now Smith is working on that leg.
Once you take down the legs, you take down the strength of SYNN, you know.
Sure do. Although SYNN is also not a bad wrestler on the mat. So, but he's not as good as Davey Boy. I got to tell you, Davey Boy Smith is one of the best mat wrestlers I've ever seen.
First of all, I don't think all the training SYNN has ever done is prepared him for what Davey Boy Smith Jr. learned in the dungeon.
There's a 2 count there. Look at this now. Now Smith is in. Look at this. He's got plenty of time to pose.
Have you ever been to the dungeon?
Yes, I have, Dragon Dave.
Oh, boy.
I've seen your apartment.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
Look at this now. Smith looking around to see where the referee is. I think he wants to drop back maybe. Oh, yeah, there it is. There goes that bridge. Now SYNN is in big trouble. That could do it. That could break the kneecap right. That could do it. That could separate ACL, MCL, NBC, KOFY. It's all there.
Let me tell you something. He can all the letters off the alphabet.
Certainly can.
Oh!
Look at the leg strength of SYNN.
Yes.
Push the British Bulldog all the way to the floor, and the Bulldog
all the way to the front row.
All the way to the front row, and the British Bulldog has the presence of mind to say hello to a young patron. Come on out and see a big-time wrestling show live. You may get a Bulldog in your lap, Dave.
Yeah. You get close to the action, all right. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Wait a minute.
Smart wrestling on the part of Davey Boy Smith Jr. and SYNN just crashed into a couple of fans. My goodness. Davey Boy was playing possum and really fooled SYNN there. And I'll tell you, you get up pretty late in the afternoon to fool SYNN.
Well, I got to tell you something. I sure hate to be that fan that had to experience SYNN in his lap.
Oh, my God. Up in the air. Post, and SYNN goes into the post. That could have been a fatality here, folks, in big-time wrestling.
It was for SYNN.
It certainly was. SYNN is in big trouble now. He might be busted wide open.
Oh!
And he goes for the apron head first in there. And look at this, the presence of mind of a smart wrestler like Smith to break the count.
Well, and the referee Alex Goldstein keeping count, you know.
Look at that European uppercut. Oh, yeah. And now look at SYNN coming back. And it's SYNN now with a forearm across the back.
Wow.
You can hear all the way in Newark. And that is SYNN now hitting the chair. Holy cow, he's admonishing Alex Goldstein.
Hey, he's not going to stand for it. And I'm telling you, SYNN, you know, he wants to win.
God almighty, a DDT on the apron. He didn't get all of his weight behind it, but that could do a lot of damage.
What would it mean for SYNN to have a win over Davey Boy Smith Jr.?
Everything. The prestige is on the line in this 20th anniversary show. And a win over the British Bulldog like that,
yes,
that'll catapult you right up to superstardom.
Not only that, but maybe for a title shot against the U.S. champion or the heavyweight champion.
Yes, indeed.
You don't think Shane Cody and Tony Vargas are watching this match closely?
I know they are on the monitor. The same one I'm looking at, the same one you don't seem to look at. And there's SYNN now in control with the British Bulldog, and he nails him with a forearm right to the kisser. Bulldog staggers and goes down to one knee.
Hey, you would too if you had SYNN, you know, putting his forearm on your face.
I wouldn't go onto one knee. I'd crumple up and hide somewhere.
Oh!
Down goes the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith Jr. SYNN nailed him with that bare, that bare elbow. And now, I was going to say he goes for a cover, but he goes for a blatant choke.
Where?
Which is really...
What happened?
What do you stop, Dragon Dave? Right in the middle of the ring, a blatant choke, which is not a bad idea, cutting off the wind to the youngster.
Uh-oh.
Oh, goes for that splash. The Stuka.
Let me tell you
Nobody
something.
home.
That was very smart on the part of Davey Boy Smith Jr. to get out of the way. He would have been a part of the match.
Pure instinct, and now we're going to see SYNN trying to get out of it. SYNN trying to get to the ropes because he's got that sharpshooter.
No.
I'll tell you, once the British Bulldog sinks that in, and look how smart the Bulldog is to drop that head in the nether regions of SYNN, softening him up yet again for what could be that sharpshooter.
Well, in order for him to execute that move, he has to put him in the middle of the ring. And SYNN is smart by staying, by the apron, because he can't do nothing there.
SYNN is also very, very tall, so both of these wrestlers have to be very precise in their location of where they put a submission hold, because a difference, 12 inches, 6 inches, and you can grab a rope. And there is Smith using the laces of the boot. And how many times did we see his dad do that?
Yeah, exactly. Many, many times. But I got to tell you something about SYNN. He has the presence of mind to know exactly where he is, to reach for the ropes when he needs to, and that has worked to his advantage on a couple of occasions in this particular match.
Absolutely, and he goes.
Wait a minute.
Going for that slam again. Oh, he's
Wait a minute.
There. Almost got him. No, not quite this time.
Quite ambitious.
Boy, I'd love to see that.
No.
Oh,
wait a minute. Look at this.
The British Bulldog.
Yes.
Oh, and down to the canvas. Uh-oh, SYNN setting him up. He might squash him here. There's a cover. Hook of the leg. 1, 2. Oh, boy, he just got out of that body press.
I guess SYNN showed Davey Boy Smith Jr. what it feels like to slam, to be slammed.
Oh, my God, I'm telling you, and I haven't seen Davey Boy Smith Jr. off his feet like that in a long time. And look at SYNN just working that back. But I'll tell you, I wouldn't delay a lot, because every second you delay gives that young man right there on the canvas time to recover. And now SYNN drop it right onto those kidneys, and he certainly does. And it looks like a modified camel clutch. All SYNN has to do is move his hips down a little bit, and he's got him. He's got it right in the middle of the ring. And look at Smith trying to get the crowd back.
If he can just clamp down just a little bit more to get that pressure on the lower back, he can do it.
Yeah.
He just has to,
the crowd
punch it down.
Come on, Davey boy.
Wait a minute.
Get out of there.
I don't believe this. No way. I don't believe this.
Oh,
I don't believe it.
Oh, my God.
Ow!
He drops him. I've never seen this before. 320-pound SYNN.
Unbelievable.
Like potatoes here in the Newark Pavilion. Folks watching on KOFY, have you ever seen something like that?
That takes strength. That takes a lot of leg strength. I mean, you need a lot of squats. I'm telling you.
At this point in the match, after getting the stuffing beat out of you by that nightmare, you do that?
Yes.
That is one rough, tough customer. And that is training and conditioning from the dungeon.
Yes.
Oh, right in there. Oh, look at the face on Smith. He is seeing stars right now. My God, SYNN is just taking it to him. Now, SYNN is also hurt. Look at that, favoring the lower back. We may have a double count out for this match. Who knows?
Wait a minute. But SYNN looks like he's getting his second win. I'm telling you.
The resilience shown by this nightmare. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
300 pounds. Oh, my God. A tumbleweed, 300 pounds. Onto the Bulldog. A body press. 1, 2. Oh, almost 3. I can't believe it.
Wow. That was a runaway train.
That certainly was.
Named SYNN.
Oh.
I'm telling you right now.
That freight train just hit the British Bulldog.
I'm telling you.
Over 300 pounds of force. Remember, folks, running, it doubles the weight. So he hit him with over 600 pounds, and now the British Bulldog's in trouble. He is limp. SYNN is going to go maybe for a big vertical suplex, but the Bulldog blocks it. The Bulldog blocking it again.
Wait a minute.
Is he getting the resilience to do this?
Wait a minute.
SYNN is trying for that suplex.
You don't think Davey Boy Smith is going for a suplex here?
I couldn't imagine.
No.
I could not imagine it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Where's he going to get the resilience?
Well,
he almost snapped it in.
Oh.
He almost did it. He almost did it.
Wait a minute!
He's got him.
Unbelievable.
Cow. Newark Pavilion, that beautiful snap suplex on the part of the British Bulldog. We've seen that from the Bulldogs for so many years, and that is a trademark. And I don't know how he could have done that to the Nightmare.
Unbelievable. And SYNN seems to be feeling it right now. Look at him. He's feeling it.
He certainly does. They're going to need a razor blade to scrape SYNN off the canvas. And look at the face of the Bulldog.
Yes. The look of pain, let me tell you something.
Anguish.
Yes.
It is not only pain, it's anguish, and he's coming to life. I'm telling you, this Bulldog, where he gets it from, where does he get the resilience? All the camera crew, they're very concerned about the welfare of this young man, and he comes back with a right.
Oh! And back and forth, here we go. Nobody wants to give in. Nobody wants to give in. I'm telling you right now. It's just a matter of who has got the hardest forearms.
Oh my God.
And who is,
1, 2, 3, another one on SYNN.
He's softening him up.
He's softening him up, but SYNN is not going down. SYNN is still up, I'm telling you.
Here we go.
Oh,
what do we got here? A neck breaker?
Reverse neck breaker.
There it is.
Drops it right in the middle of the ring. Can he follow it up? Now what's Smith doing here? He's coming around. Smith has got to put a finishing move.
Where's he going?
Oh my God, he's going to that high rent district.
Wait a minute.
Now, way up high. This could be it, folks.
What do we got here?
Son of the British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith, way up in the Newark Pavilion. His head is almost hitting the ceiling. Holy cow!
Oh!
Down with a top rope leg drop. That could be it. One.
No!
One count. I can't believe it. A top rope leg drop. One count.
A leg drop guillotine, as far as I'm concerned.
Now, how did SYNN kick out of that? I got to give it to the Nightmare.
Resilience.
He is an absolutely resilient man.
Let me tell you.
Holy smokes. Smith in, and catches him with that big haymaker. God almighty. Beatrice Domino laid out that Sage SYNN with one earlier tonight, and now SYNN has the British Bulldog on the canvas looking up. Now SYNN is in control.
Uh-oh.
Now SYNN.
He's calling it right there. Oh! Big splash. Oh, no way. I gotta tell you something. What is it? What's it gonna take? What's it going to take?
It's going to take an artillery piece, the kitchen sink. I've never seen anybody kick out of the Stuka. 20 years, big-time wrestling anniversary. Now SYNN is measuring his man. You know, Smith might have kicked out, but he's going to be worse for wear.
Here we go.
When SYNN connects with this, nobody home. SYNN in there hits the turnbuckles very, very hard. There's Smith up. Oh, and runs into that boot of SYNN. My God, both men now right for the pickings. I couldn't call this match, Dave. Now look at SYNN. He's turning. SYNN is coming back to life here.
Wow.
The grin on SYNN. Look at the maniacal look on the face. And SYNN has no business in that high red district.
That's
Smith up there. Nails SYNN with it. Oh my God.
What do we got here?
Now the Bulldog getting him up there, maybe setting up for that big power slam.
What is this?
Oh my goodness, he's got SYNN. SYNN trying to fight it away. SYNN trying to fight it.
What's this?
There it is, the big power slam from the top. One, two, three.
I don't believe it.
The British Bulldog.
I don't believe it.
And your winner, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
I'm Shane Cody, Big Time Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. You're watching Big Time Wrestling on Kofy TV 20.
Oh my God, I'm completely exhausted. That is one for the ages.
Oh, let me tell you something. I was very impressed by the strength of Davey Boy Smith Jr. He's almost as strong as me.
Oh, brother, let's not wish that on him, folks. That was a great, great victory for son of the British Bulldog. And speaking of great victories, Wildstorm had many of them. Coming up from the 20th anniversary show, the Hall of Fame segment.
I still don't think that's him.
It is him, Dave. The mask, the mask.
We'd like to get into our little ceremony here is a BTW Hall of Fame induction. We've had in the past, some of you may have been there, we've had Bret the Hitman Hart, Pat Patterson, Woody Farmer, and Don Morocco. The next guy we're going to introduce you to, some of you may remember him. He came to us when he was 15 years old and started training with us. There wasn't, in the 20 years of BTW, there wasn't a better talent that we've ever had than him. He may have been the best, but there was nobody better. At 15, he started making his debut with us. Was sort of on a whim. We were in Anderson, California, and Greg the Hammer Valentine's flight didn't get in. We were short one guy, and Wildstorm debuted that night. So at 15, I remember we had to run to a Walmart and get something for him to wear because we had no idea what we were going to call him. But at the time, we had called him White Trash from Anderson, California. Go figure. But anyway, he wrestled for us up till 2010. When he was 26 years old, his brother needed a kidney, so he donated it. That was the end of his wrestling career. So tonight, I'd like to throw a tribute on to you guys right now for our 2016 Hall of Fame inductee, Wildstorm.
Mexico sensation, Wildstorm!
Down, beautiful high elevation leapfrog, Wildstorm, leg trip, down goes the Sheik, Sheik out of it, Wildstorm up, Wildstorm down, leg trip, there goes the Sheik on top. Oh, and Sheik goes over, misses the pass, misses the kick. Oh, and a beautiful drop kick by Casadora. Oh, into a bulldog, flying body press off the top rope. Top rope, Sinton. Front atomic drop, ducks out of the way of the clothesline. Big atomic drop, Wildstorm.
Wildstorm has a lot of heart. You got to give it to him.
He's an old man now at 32 years of age. Please introduce the 2016 Hall of Fame inductee, Wildstorm. Okay, well, Wildstorm, we'd like to dedicate this memento to you. It's better than a plaque because I've gotten a lot of plaques and they usually sit in my garage. So hopefully that doesn't sit in your garage and it goes on the mantle, but I think some of these people would like to hear from you.
Absolutely, absolutely. I gotta tell you, it felt good stepping through those ropes one more time. Now, I had an incredible opportunity to live my dream here, and the fact that I got to do that, thanks to Kirk White and Big Time Wrestling, meant the world to me. But getting the phone call saying that they were gonna do this for me today that's something that's truly humbling, and I thank you for it. Thank you very much. And I do want to thank a couple more people. I'll make it quick because we got Shane Cody's about to beat up some Ballard brothers tonight, and I can't wait for that. So first of all, I got to thank my dad right there for being there for all the shows, all the years. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Thank you, Dad. Got to thank Shooter Mike for being one of my favorite tag team partners. Chemo in the back as well. So my favorite matches were Super Diablo hanging out in the back there. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Johnny Payne took me on one of my first road trips. I want to thank him as well. And, well, also, I really want to thank the fans. I want to thank you all very, very much for everything over the years. It was a great ride. Thank you. Just so you see how serious I am. It's the end of the line, guys. Might as well, right? Thank you. Thank you all, everybody. Thank you very much.
Absolutely lovely, moving ceremony, folks, from the 20th anniversary show. Speaking of which, we've got another match coming up from that next week right here on Kofy. It's going to be...
I still don't think that's Wildstorm.
Will you stop with that? It's Paul London coming up, fighting Unicorn Chemo right here next week.
Still don't think that's it.